I'm Richard Randall, and welcome back to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker. It's the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or sell real estate with the host of the program, Barb Schlinker. She's also the owner broker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Now, Barb, we're going to be talking about what to do and what not to do when you're getting ready to sell your Colorado home. Let's start by talking about the strategy.
Yes. So number one is to pick a selling strategy because that really helps you determine where you're going from there. Like last week, I met with a home seller that has an investment property and he doesn't want to put any more money in it. So he wants to go as is, right? So we can help him with that. That means it's not going to be all the fancy photos and staging. It's going to be get an investor in there to buy the home and make it happen quickly. And so it's a totally different type of sale. Many of those sales happen off market. They don't go on the local listing service. And that's one of the benefits that we offer our VIP buyers is they can actually bid on these homes that don't go on the market. And it's a pretty cool thing. So we have cash investors. We have local investors. We have local people that want rental properties. We have all kinds of things. So it's really, really important that you know your strategy first before you go on the market, because that will help you decide whether or not you're going to do the things that you need to do to compete in a higher inventory market with lower amount of sales. So number one is get all of the 4 P's right. The P's are picking the right agent. Number two, preparation, getting your house ready for sale based on your strategy. I just sold a home in Briargate where their strategy was an inherited home was to go as is. It did have deferred maintenance. It did have some broken stuff, but they didn't want to invest any money in it. So they priced it right. They took my suggestion, priced it what I call very realistically versus optimistically. We had a huge crowd at the intro open house. We ended up having 4 competing offers, and it ended up selling for 20,000 over asking. We actually got an offer 20,000 higher than that, but they didn't accept that offer because they felt like they're going to have to fix more things, and that wasn't in their selling strategy, but they still did very well. And then pricing is absolutely critical. Here's the thing, I believe the buyers know more about pricing than most real estate agents. I don't mean that to insult real estate agents. I'm just saying they're actively looking in their price range right now. And a lot of people assume the agents know every price range in every neighborhood, and they don't. They're only focused on what they're working on at the time. Well, it's the same with buyers. Buyers are very focused on what they're looking for at the time in the area, in the size, in the price point. They know it like the back of their hands. If you talk to buyers about certain areas or neighborhoods that they're searching, they're like, yep, I know that home. I saw that go on the market. Even sellers, they're really, really tracking their local market, probably more than a real estate agent would, is because they're more generic. Like they're not going to focus on a particular area until they get a client that's focused on that particular area, and then they may do it. But even then, they may not really know it quite as well. So as a home seller, you've got to make sure your home is presented to the market to make your home stand out amongst the 50% more available homes as being the best priced home and the best presented home, because otherwise they will not leave their fuzzy bunny slippers to go see that house. That's just how it is. And the market's going to tell you immediately if you miss something, either price or marketing. They just won't show up. It's that simple. You won't get a big crowd at the open house. You'll get onesies, twosies showings. That's the problem. So you don't want to do that. So don't just guess on real estate agents. The statistics are sad to me that in 2024, 71% of real estate agents sold zero homes. Zero. It's like, wow, why did they pay for dues unless they just wanted a tax write-off? So you want to pick the right person that knows your neighborhood, that is actively selling homes, that knows the market and actually understands how to present your home in the best possible light. And many will tell you they don't really know. There's actually no predetermined way to pick a real estate agent. Most home sellers don't sit down and interview real estate agents, or if they do, they don't know what to say. They make a decision based on, well, I kind of like that person. They were nice, whatever, but are they the best person to handle one of the largest assets that you're going to sell? So you want to the right decision basically is based on who you think is the one that can help you meet your goals, right? And we have a really good free report that we offer on our website. It's called the Free Agent Selection Guide. You can go to barbhasthebuyers.com, click on the green button to download it, and we'd be happy to send that right out to you. Okay, another important tip is regardless of your selling strategy, make sure the home is very, very clean. You'd be surprised at the little dumb things that make a buyer turn their nose up at a house. So clean the carpets. A lot of people say, well, can't we just give a flooring credit, or can't we, why are they worried about that? Well, curb appeal is the thing that most people spend the most time on before they start searching for homes. But it's kind of subliminal. If they come in, and even though a lot of things have been updated, something's not updated, or something looks broken or dirty or whatever, they're just not gonna they're going to say it needs too much work, and they're not going to be very specific about what that is. So cleaning is one very important piece of that. And you have to make it almost look like a model home. So clear out rugs, pick up little throw rugs, everything off the counters, minimize the furniture. All these things really make homes look better. I think there's an assumption out there as far as depersonalizing homes that you have to put away everything that has to do with you, the person. I don't think that's necessary, although some people really overdo it. Like I've been in homes where a whole entire wall is covered with their life story, which is great for them living there. But if you're selling it, you have to position the home so that they visualize their family living there. So it's okay to have one or two small pictures of the family, but certainly not the whole entire thing. And so that's just kind of sticking your toe in on getting your house ready, and what to do and what not to do to get ready for sale. And we actually offer this free in-person consultation on what to do and what not to do to get your house ready for sale. And we'll take a look at the room. We even bring in professionals to help you do that. So you have a checklist, room by room by room, to get it done. My name is Barb Schlinker. I'm the broker owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty and the host of this show. And we're talking about what to do and what not to do to get your house ready for sale. And when we come back, we're going to pick up on some more tips to do just that. If you are thinking of making a move, give us a call, 719-301-3900, or you can go to barbhasthebuyers.com and download that free agent selection guide. Richard?
You're listening to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Remember, you can listen to replays of the show anytime on all of the major podcast platforms, plus Barb's YouTube channel, Barb Schlinker. And if you're thinking of making a move, call Barb at 719-301-3900. Now, Barb, we're talking about that top 15 tips to sell your home for top dollar. What are the other tips?
Well, when you're showing, as well as when you're taking pictures, you want to let the light in. Open the blinds, open the curtains. Some people have really heavy, dark blinds in certain rooms, especially in your entertaining rooms. I would just take those down. Just, you want all the blinds open, all the curtains open. You want to let the light in as much as possible. Also, bedding. A lot of people have kind of heavy, dark colored bedding. You want light, bright, neutral bedding. Remove excess furniture. Now, it's hard for people to understand what's excess and what's not. But we help you do that. But in general, the easiest way to do it yourself is to take a camera, turn it horizontal, take a picture of the room, and blow it up either on your iPad or on a computer. And it's going to speak right back to you if the room is too full of stuff. Also consider staging your home. Now, what does that mean? There's a lot of different definitions of staging. I see many, many homes on the market that are presented to the market completely empty. And I think that's kind of doing the seller a disservice, in my view, because there's a certain, in my opinion, there's a certain segment of the population that and I'm one of them, if I look at an empty room, I could not tell you what to do with it. I'm not a decorator. I have to hire people to help me do that stuff. But even just looking myself, if I look at an empty room, I can't visualize it as a home or a family room or a bedroom. So I really think it's important to consider staging a house, or even doing it digitally, which is part of what we do with our services. And just so you know, according to the National Association of Realtors, home sellers command anywhere from $3,000 to $15,000 more money on a staged home versus a not staged home. And we offer different methods of staging. Sometimes we work with what you have to try to position the home to look its best. Sometimes we bring in pieces, and sometimes we virtually do it. And, not all real estate agents are the same. Not all people do it. Another thing that's really important that you do is make sure you do your homework based on pricing. If you don't price it right, I don't care how good the marketing is, they're not going to come. It's just how it is. It's probably a 70% piece of the sales process. If it's priced right, they will come. And if it's priced right, they will forgive little showing flaws or little staging flaws. But if it's not priced right, you can't even get them to come and take a look at it, because most people, 100% now, eliminate homes based on the online presentation. So if you don't hire the right team to get that right, or if you're doing it yourself, or if you hire somebody that doesn't invest in professional marketing photos, the buyers will eliminate it and they won't even go see it. And most agents don't even study this. They just focus on, okay, I got a listing, I'm going to get some pictures done and I'll put it on the market, and do what I call post and hope. Hope somebody else has a buyer. That's kind of how it works, but that's not how we work. Our job is to attract all the buyers in the home buying market that we can for that property in order to get you the most money. And we recently helped John and Ann sell their home for $50,000 over asking price, because he listened to my show. He did everything right. He priced it very realistically, and he ended up getting $50,000 over asking. And by the way, he only paid the buyer's agent 2%. So you can do it if you position the home the right way. And you want to make sure you hire an agent that has some buyers. I'll give you a little secret. If you go up on Zillow, you'll see that little green button that says, hey, click here to view this home. A lot of people think when they click there, they're getting a listing agent. Guess what? They're not. They're getting some random agent that's paying for leads, right? So what you're going to get is what I call a Pop-Tart agent. Is you click that button, some random agent that doesn't know the house says, I'll show it to you, I'll show it to you. And they haven't even verified that that buyer can buy or what that buyer wants, and so it's a problem. So you want to make sure you hire somebody that knows how to really convert that buyer into a customer. Most sellers don't want to waste time opening up their home for unqualified buyers or buyers that don't want a home like that. And we have solutions for all of these problems. So if you are thinking of making a move, give us a call, 719-301-3900, or go to barbhasthebuyers.com. You can download a checklist report on what to do and what not to do to get the most money when you sell your home. Go to barbhasthebuyers.com. Richard?
You're listening to Barb Schlinker on Your Real Estate Voice. It's the radio show, and Barb is your real estate voice. If you're thinking of selling your home and you want to get the most amount of money when you sell, call Barb, 719-301-3900, or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be discussing how to get your home on the buyer's must-see list. Barb has that answer.